We're growing a brand new life on Sunshine Farms. Hey, Jim here, Sunshine Farms. It's a hot one today, really hot. I'm out here in the pasture bringing some implements in from the upper field there. There's several that I really use the most, and it's more convenient if they're down here than if I have to go all the way to the top to get them. So anyway, I thought I would jump on here right quick and share with you a little bit about our tractor. When we first bought the property, or actually when we first looked at the property, there were 3 tractors here. There was this one, a Ford 300, and a Ford N8. And I was really excited to be able to acquire these tractors. And when the negotiations started, the offer came back to us that was real close to what our offer was, the counter offer, but it included them removing the tractors, and I was kind of disappointed about it. I was really disappointed about it. So we went back and forth a couple more times, and they finally agreed to leave this one, or leave one. They chose the 2 they wanted, and this one got left behind. So again, I'm thankful to have it. I knew I was going to need a tractor for farming, and it's really been good to work with. It had been sitting here probably 10 or more years unused. Fortunately, a neighbor that's in the area who used to work on this farm came by because he was friends with the previous owner who had died, and he was kind of wanted to look around. And so he looked at these tractors and he tinkered with them, and together we figured out that they're still in working condition. So we did a few things to them, and they're doing what they need to do. So anyway, again, I'm thankful to have this. It's a 1977 Ford 3600 3-cylinder standard farm tractor. And I had never been this close to a tractor before we moved out here. I don't know anything about tractors, didn't know anything about tractors, and so I was brand new to the whole thing. I had to do some research or Googling just to kind of figure out what to do, and there wasn't a lot out there on this specific model. Tractors, there's a lot in common about them, but there's also lots of things that are unique to each one. So finding out exactly what the 3600 did, how to work it and everything was kind of important for me, and it was, again, difficult to find that information. So I just thought I would put together this little video and show you some of the unique things about this, or the things specific to this one that may not be the same on the others. So for starters, here's the controls, the steering wheel. And this is what they call the kill switch. So when the tractor's running, to cut it off, you don't actually turn the key off to turn it off. You actually pull this out and shut it off. And when you're ready to start it up again, you push this in, and that gets it ready to where you turn the key and it'll start. This is an 8-speed tractor, and it shows right here how the gears go. There's a low gear, and you can have 4 speeds there in reverse, and the high gear, and there's 4 speeds in reverse there. And they correspond with these 2 controls right here. It's up for low gear, down for high, center is neutral, and this one controls the 4 speeds that correspond to the label up top there. This is the clutch. Just like any manual car, you got your clutch, and this is it for the tractor. And over here we've got 2 brakes, one for each of the rear wheels, and you can push them both together to get both of them on. And then right below here, this lever right here controls the PTO, which is the power transfer option. And of course, you also have to apply the clutch before you can turn the PTO on. And so when the PTO shaft is engaged, that engages this right here, which is the PTO. This turns, takes the motion from the engine and the transmission through the transmission, and you can turn your implements with that, like from the bush hog. And this is with the shaft attached to the PTO, and it's ready to turn. And this lever raises and lowers the implement in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to disconnect this implement and drop it off here, and I'll just show you how I do this. As I said, I've just learned how to do this on my own. It's kind of simple. Somebody might have a better way to do it. You let me know if you know. Each of these arms has got a linch pin that you just pull out and disconnect that way. Sometimes it takes a hammer to get it loose. And then they got the other one on this side. And I've got a block under here to catch it. It should drop down. But it's apparently just being held up by this right now. Another linch pin here. And then this pin comes out. And then you can set it down on the block. And it'll hold it there like that. This goes with this, because I'll need it for the next implement when I bring it back down. And then these pins stay with the implement so that they always have one. And that's that. So I'm going to start it up and go back up the upper field and pick up the bush hog and bring it back down here. Now, one thing about this tractor, which is, I wish it didn't have to be this way, but apparently it is it is addicted to starter fluid. And another neighbor that is familiar with tractors around here and large equipment has told me that if you start using starter fluid in these old tractors and machinery like this, they will get addicted to it. He says it's like crack, and you can get started and you can't get back off of it. So anyway, the only way I found to start it now is with the starter fluid. I may have gotten it started once or twice since we've been here without it, but it just, for whatever reason, and I can't explain it, I hadn't been explained to me yet, but it requires it. So that's what I'm going to have to do anyway. So as I said, I'm going to get it started up and then head up and get that bush hog and bring it back down here. Okay, made it back. We went all the way up, loaded up the bush hog. Boy, it was a hot run up there. Anyway, I'm gonna disconnect here and then we'll move it on out. Thanks for watching the video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, go ahead and click like and subscribe down below, and you'll get a notification every time we upload. So again, thanks for coming along, and we'll see you next time. They're growing a brand new life on Sunshine.